And welcome back to the Daily Wrap. Well, let's not sugarcoat it, people. The Clintons seem rattled. Yesterday, NBC, which has always been friendly to the Clintons, aired an interview with President Bill Clinton. The topic, foreign donations made to the Clinton Foundation. The president almost seemed shocked by the line of questioning, especially when it came to his paid speeches by those that seemed to get favor from Hillary Clinton at the State Department.
And I've given 10% more to pay my bills, and because in the
regular working Americans look and say $500,000 for a speech?
Well, why shouldn't it's the most independence I can get. I don't, if I had a business relationship with somebody, they would have a target on their back from the day they did business with me till the end. Any kind of disclosure is a target. But it looks bad. There's no facts, of course, but it looks bad.
So she's now running for president. Will you continue to give speeches?
Oh, yeah. I got to pay our bills.
Pay our bills is going to replace dead broke when we left the White House, as the big soundbite. Yeah. So the allegations come from the book Clinton Cash, which went on sale today. The New York Times reported the Clintons are now launching a counteroffensive with a new website, The Briefing, in which Hillary for America Press Secretary Brian Fallon, no relation to Jimmy, attempts to debunk Peter Schweizer's likely bestseller.
I'm Brian Fallon, Press Secretary for Hillary for America. You might have heard about a new book out this week called Clinton Cash. It's written by a Republican activist turned blogger named Peter Schweizer, who's also a former advisor to Sarah Palin and a good friend of the Koch brothers.
I'm not claiming to be neutral.
The book is already being debunked far and wide. It's full of sloppy research and attacks pulled out of thin air with no actual evidence. And it's missing the most important thing of all, facts.
Now, we can't confirm right now at Newsmax that Mr. Fallon is dating Marie Harf at the State Department. But they will be at the Candlelight Mixer on Friday. Some in the media were not deterred, including National Journal editorial director Ron Fournier, who I have tremendous respect for, who took a swipe at Senator Clinton with this tweet that says, 1, shoot the messenger, 2, keep the cash, 3, delete the emails, #leadership. The book's allegations, plus the email scandal, are having an effect on the former First Lady's presidential campaign. Clinton's unfavorable rating has inched up 6 points since March, according to a new NBC Wall Street Journal poll. Meanwhile, only, get this number, 2% give the former First Lady high marks for being honest and straightforward. 2%. Having said that, she is still beating every GOP candidate, just not by as wide of a margin when she first jumped into the campaign. So, Rick, first, was it necessary for the Clinton campaign to put out a website video?
I've been thinking about that all day.
You have?
I have, and I can't make up my mind. On the one hand, it's not a bad idea to confront your accusers head on. On the other hand, when you do that, you just bring more attention to it. If they had not put it up, we wouldn't be doing this story right now. So I'm not quite sure. As you know, I have thought that the Clinton campaign has already made quite a few missteps. So this might be another one. I will say this, though, and it's now getting underway with the book out today. The biggest thing I've seen wrong with this author, and this sounds self-serving, but you guys all know it. He was scheduled for a number of appearances on this network this week. Mm-hmm. And when our boss, the gentleman who owns all of this, I guess, Chris Ruddy, when he wrote an editorial supportive of the Clinton Foundation, not of Hillary Clinton, but of the Clinton Foundation, which he believes does good work, this guy canceled all of his appearances this week on this network. Now, if you believe in the book that you wrote, even if you think you're going to be in for a hard time, you show up and you answer any criticism and you tell everybody why what you did was good work. The fact that he would cancel out appearances says to me there's reason for suspicion here.
It wasn't like Mr. Ruddy was going to interview him.
No, it wasn't. And in fact, we all know that with the exception of maybe me and everybody else in this place would have not given him particularly rough of a ride. And yet he still did it. So he either did it to punish Newsmax or he did it because he was afraid he would get questions he didn't want to answer. Well, you know what? Don't accuse Hillary of not being straightforward and trustworthy if you're not prepared to show up at a conservative network and answer questions about your methodology and the allegations you make in a book.
Rick, I agree with everything you just said, except for the part that I would give him a softball interview.
I said without
He was
this
afraid
show,
of me. Let's be very.
That's very possible.
Rick,
Heather.
my issue with this is that Hillary Clinton has not given the opportunity for people to ask questions and to answer them.
I agree with that.
So,
Me
but
too.
he's not running for office, and she
That's
is.
the key.
I am
Oh,
dying.
she's running.
But
believe
he's
me.
making allegations.
Right, but
Okay?
but
She's
he
not.
does not have to
She's
answer
defending.
to. But she needs to answer to the American public. I am dying for the hearing at the end of the month, where she's going to have to
coming.
address the Benghazi issues
But we're not gonna be
and the
talking
email
about that,
issues.
are we?
Oh, not
It
at
sh-
all.
It should be noted that it's been 24 days since she's spoken to any major media.
right.
And Chelsea Clinton's come out to defend the foundation, and Bill Clinton has, and Jimmy Fallon's brother, and everybody else. But Hillary, we don't hear from in any capacity. And
See,
I,
this is the. You're right.
gotta go.
And this is the campaign problem.
That's right.
yeah, it's been a poor campaign so far. We all agree on that. Potluck time is next. It's Heather and I. This is the Daily Wrap. Don't go anywhere.